So do you like going to trade shows? I think most people do. And there's one thing that you do a lot of at trade shows, and that's introducing yourself. Let's look at a way to make sure you introduce yourself professionally and make a good impression. So sit back, get ready to take some notes, and let's learn some business English. If you haven't done so already, print the PDF of the lecture worksheet now. Today we're going to talk about networking at a trade show or exhibition and how to use a 30-second verbal business card. First of all, what is networking? Networking is basically just talking to people and making friends. When you meet someone, you should tell them your name and what your job is. There are several reasons why this is important. Let's take a look at a few. Let's start by looking at the language focus on your worksheets. So what is networking? Networking is simply talking to other business people both during work and after working hours. And here are some of the benefits of networking. First, referrals. These are recommendations to talk to another person about your product or service. Exposure, which means letting other people know about your job or company. Connections, opportunities to get products or services from other people. Sales leads, opportunities to sell your product or service. Remember, networking is about giving as much as getting. So this means you should network so that you can meet and help other people. You'll be surprised how much helping other people will also help you. So let's look at the first step in networking. This is where you introduce yourself to someone. While it may sound easy, you should practice this skill to make sure you get it perfect. So now let's look at the second language focus on your worksheets. So we'll start by preparing a 30-second verbal business card. So what should you say on your verbal business card? Well, it's just like your regular business card. It's going to have your name, your company, and your job. So let's go a little deeper into each part. Obviously, your name. This is what you want most people to call you. Now, it might sound strange to hear me say that, but if I take myself as an example, my name is Gregory Scott Barlow, but I don't go by my first name, Gregory. I use my middle name. So this is the name that you want to make sure that you introduce yourself with. Next, you want to give your title and company. Your title is just the name of your job, whether that's the CEO or the managing director or the chief instructor. Next, you want to give a brief explanation of what your company does. And finally, an explanation of what your job responsibilities are. What is it that you do for your company? Now let's put this all together to make your 30-second verbal business card. I'm going to use myself as an example here. Hi, my name is Scott Barlow. I'm the Managing Director of Focused English. We provide online business English training to professionals around the world. I manage the day-to-day operations of the company, and I'm also the chief instructor. All right, now that we've got that done, let's look at a few more tips for networking. So let's take a look at the third language focus on your worksheets. Are you feeling shy or lonely? Look for someone who is alone and talk to them. Focus on other people. Listen to what they are saying instead of thinking about what you want to say next. Ask questions. You learn more by listening than talking. Wear clothes that make you feel good. Remember to give people your business card, but ask for their card first. Make eye contact when you talk with people. Remember to smile. Practice. The more you practice your verbal business card, the better you will be. All right, now let's do a couple of quick exercises to help you remember what you learned in this lecture. By the way, we added a couple of new concepts here, so if you don't know the answer, just make your best guess. Exercise 1. Practice. Are the sentences about networking true or false? 1. You should practice saying your verbal business card in front of a mirror. 2. The more you talk to people, the easier it becomes to talk to other people. 3. You should listen more than you talk. 4. If you run out of business cards, write your information on someone else's card. 5. It's okay to be a few minutes late for a meeting. 6. You should always try to be one of the first people to arrive at a trade show. 7. You should only try to talk with attractive people. 8. It's normal to feel shy when you have to speak English. 9. You should tell people that English is not your first language. 10. The clothes you wear are not really important. Pause the lecture and do the exercise on your worksheet. Okay, like always, let's check your answers now. 1. You should practice saying your verbal business card in front of a mirror. This is true because it can help you watch your facial expressions when you're saying your verbal business card. 2. The more you talk to people, the easier it becomes to talk to other people. Of course, this is true because practice makes anything better. 3. You should listen more than you talk. This is very true. All smart business people know this. 4. If you run out of business cards, you can just write your name and number on someone else's card. This is false. You run the risk of them remembering the person on the front of the card and not you. 5. It's okay to be a few minutes late for a meeting or event. This is false. This varies by culture, but you should never be late. 6. You should always try to be one of the first people to arrive at a trade show. This one is true. Some of the most valuable networking happens before the trade show even begins. 7. You should only try to talk with attractive people. This is false. You should talk to anybody that's willing to listen to you. 8. It's normal to feel shy when you have to speak English. Of course, this is true. English is not your first language. 9. You should tell people that English is not your first language. This is true. If you tell them that, they'll be more forgiving. 10. The clothes you wear are not really important. And finally, this one is false. We all know we have outfits, which are clothes, that make us feel more confident when we wear them. Nice job, guys. Now let's do one more exercise and then we'll finish this lecture. Exercise 2. Practice. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences used at a trade show or fair. Pause the lecture and do the exercise on your worksheet. All right, let's check your answers to this exercise and then we'll finish the lecture. 1. Hi, my name is James Roberts. Are you here alone? 2. I'm the training manager for Allstate Logistics. 3. We provide shipping solutions to the automotive industry. 4. Have you ever heard of our company? 5. So who do you work for? Great job, guys. You've finished the 4th lecture. Now in the next lecture, I'll teach you how to make small talk before a meeting. So until then, keep learning and I'll see you soon.